Welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs and Fuego. We're documenting the journey of entrepreneurs one digital footprint at a time. With me, I have the distinct pleasure of having Julie Cook from Idea 3.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
You're so beautiful, man.
Oh, thank you.
You have that incredible disposition. I mean, you make people feel so comfortable.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And I think that is very important for the type of work that you do.
It is very important.
Tell us,
it is.
Tell us all about you. Oh,
me
what you
personally
do, your
or my business?
I don't
you
care
don't
about
have
your
time
business.
to talk about me. Let's talk about my business. It's much easier.
Well, we'll talk about anything you want to talk about. This is your show.
Thank you. We provide leads for our clients. And how do we do that?
Okay.
Anybody can say that, but how do we do that? We do that with online marketing. What is online marketing? Online marketing has lots of different faces. It has lots of different voices. What we do is build websites, which we've been doing since 2000. Way at the beginning.
Before it was.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We build websites. We do social media marketing.
How hard was it to build a website back in 2000?
Oh my gosh!
Did you have to be just a computer programmer?
Exactly. Those are the HTML days.
Yes.
Exactly. That was in the time when that you sort of cut your teeth on that business because it was just the beginning. It was just those days when people were saying, you know, I've been hearing about websites. You know, this website thing and marketing. Yeah, right. Exactly. And we're hearing about this and what does it mean and what are people doing and how are they doing it? And we had a sister company at the time where we were doing a lot of print and a lot of photography, and we were providing literature and marketing tools that our customers would hand to their customers. And then we said, and we were hearing about the internet. Nobody really knew what it was.
Sure.
They were just getting their feet wet. And we said, well, our customers want it. We don't know anything about it. Let's figure it out and offer it.
Wow.
Seriously, and that's just
That's
about
visionary.
how it came.
I mean, it sounds so contemporaneous now,
Right.
so very matter of fact.
Right.
But back then, it was revolutionary to get your toes wet into that field.
That's exactly right.
So you have to you're going blind into this.
Right. That's exactly what we were
future.
doing. We were going blind.
Wow.
And we hired a guy to work for us, and he essentially wanted out of the job that he was in. Nice guy, nice kid. Well, we were together for about a year, and our daughter then was graduating from ASU. She came out of ASU with the first multimedia degree that ASU offered.
I'll be darned.
So it was videography, website design and development, working with Muriel Magenta.
Talking about timing.
She's amazing. Yes, timing.
Wow.
And he wanted to go back to school he wanted to do music therapy. Now, talk about another visionary, because music therapy people were going, what? Why would you do something so silly as music therapy? Now music therapy is a buzzword that's being used. And
go ahead. No, because what I was going to say is, all right, so you're a visionary and you're starting this thing in 2000. Your daughter gets the multi-broadcast degree.
Right.
But what is interesting is that degree or the technology associated with that degree is obsolete today, isn't it?
It is.
And so you are providing leads for your clients today.
Right.
And I would imagine that keeping up with the technology it's got to be one of the incredible biggest challenges that you have.
It's amazing how time-consuming it is and how fascinating it is, how interesting, and how we can provide such great tools to help our customers get leads. And I think back on our foundation of our business is based on those old days of HTML.
Wow.
Understanding of how websites were built, and there are thousands and thousands that are still HTML websites. People haven't changed them, they haven't felt a need to change them. Current technology is a much simpler process. So we have an appreciation of how websites were built and how websites are being built today.
Which websites work and which ones don't?
Well, the websites that work are the websites that are built on a content management platform, like WordPress, for example. And there's a reason why they work so well is because they are mobile friendly. So let's face it, today, what are our tools that we're going to access the internet? We are so busy and we are so on the move that we take our mobile phones and we're accessing that information.
I was sitting with my mother yesterday, no, 2 days ago, and she lives with me. I don't live with her. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
There's a difference. And so she asked me, I want to check my email. Take me to the computer.
Right.
Mother, we can do that right here. No,
right.
She's 84 years old, so she wanted to go to the computer to check her Yahoo account.
Right.
And so I says, Mother, we can check it right here on my phone. And she was, what? Can I do it here? So I did it for her, and so she checked her email on the phone.
Right.
And he was like,
yeah,
for her.
Sure.
And we're still probably very much, some of us, used to the different platforms or the technology, if you will, of the past, not realizing that at this point anyway, in the foreseeable future, phones
That's it.
Are the tool.
Your mobile device.
Your mobile device.
That's your tool. That is your tool. And for people like me of a certain age, this business provides...
You're beautifully young. Don't give me that.
This business is great for staying in tune with what's going on today. This business for me is. And I find it interesting that even people who are, say, my age, who are looking at, who are using technology in an arcane way, I just am puzzled with that because I think, really? You know, come on. I mean, it's like, do you still have an answering machine, and do you still have the movies that are on tapes?
VHS?
VHS, yes, exactly. I mean, come on, let's drag you into the next millennium anyway.
Get Netflix.
Exactly, that's exactly right. So it's been really wonderful and fascinating to be in this business and to be able to go to our clients and meet with them quarterly, which we do. We meet with them quarterly. We provide their hosting because we have a server. So we have a co-location in Chandler where we host all the websites that we build. And we go to our clients on a quarterly basis and review what's happening. We go in to look at their websites, we look at their Google Analytics, we talk about, well, what's happening, and really dig down deep to understand their business. And so we help them understand better how to promote their business, and we get a real clear picture of where they want to take their business.
Here's what I love about you specifically, is the fact that, you know, this is being watched by tens of thousands of people and you know, the audio. But for those who are just listening to it, you know, you could be 24, 25 years old talking about this technology, and nobody would know it. And that's what I love about you, is because you're bridging that gap between perhaps the more mature business person that may not be so attuned to what the new technology is all about.
Sure, yes, that's true.
But you relate to me.
Yes.
And I relate to you in a fashion that would be very difficult between a millennial and a 45 or 50 plus year old business owner. And so you're able to bring that together. Right. That's amazing. I mean, that fascinates me.
I hadn't thought about that.
Well, that's why you have me here, to point this thing out to you.
Exactly. I hadn't even thought about that. And I have to say that our clients We have clients who've been our clients since the beginning.
Wow. And that's why they feel comfortable
right,
with you.
Right.
Because, you know, even if a young kid comes out and says, oh, I've got the latest technology, I'm going to improve what, you know, whoever's doing this thing is just this, you know, everybody's going to find faults on things.
Of course.
Whatever.
Of course.
But they might say, no, I'm okay with Julie. I'm all right, because of that personal relationship that you've developed.
Right.
And I think that is amazing. And that is kind of a lesson, bridging the old school and the new school world, if you will. Because
and I think that's very important, because the end result is, how are we going to take their business to where they want it to go, help them take their business to where they want it to go, and hear their voice, and then share with them the process that they may or may not understand, that process of how to get there. And then we take them there in a timeline that works for them. Because that's the whole point.
So your daughter gets the degree in all this thing. Where do you learn all this thing? Did you ask her for her books and stuff?
No, I am learning all the time. One of the things that's really great about what she's done, and is, in the beginning, I would say to her, how do you do?
Things fly around here.
Oh yeah, how do you do X? And after the third time, she would send an email saying, Mother, I've told you 3 times, write it down. Honestly. And then she got to a point, after a couple of sessions with this, I would be too embarrassed to ask her for help. So I would then start doing research. How do I do this, and how do I word this, and how do I say this, and the lingo. And I think another, like you were bringing up that bridge, understanding that customers don't want to be talked to.
Exactly what I'm saying.
They want it to be talked with.
Right.
And they want to be educated. They want to have somebody not use that fancy lingo, but to say, now this is how this is done, and this is how we're going to do it, and just use regular language.
Regular language, right.
Exactly.
And that's my point, that somebody like yourself that explains the process in a way that is soothing, that is understanding, without all the mumbo jumbo, technological mumbo jumbo, then okay, that makes sense. I'm going to help you generate leads for your business, which is going to translate in sales.
Exactly.
And
that's exactly right.
And the process is, it's like this and this and this and that, and there's a lot of technological words in the process. Don't worry about that.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're going to have leads, and that's going to translate into sales.
Well, and we keep them involved in the process.
Right.
So I don't just go in and talk to them, and then 3 months later I go and meet them again. It's a whole process. Now this is the outline, and so after our meeting, then they get an email from me. This is what I heard you say. Is this correct? And from there, the response is, let's try this also, yay or nay. And from there, it's, okay, now we're going to proceed, and I'll keep you informed on what's happening and how we're doing this. I mean, we have some tools that we use. A new client comes to me, or a potential client comes to me, we send them through a questionnaire.
Okay.
They hit send, and then we call them. And we have a conference call, and from there we drill down, and from there we write a proposal. But we put them through a questionnaire because by the time they get done, it's very important. Yeah. The time they get done, they have a really good understanding of what they want. And then we have an understanding of what they want. And then the process is much simpler.
Beautiful.
And so it's really great, because our goals are really their goals.
Oh yeah. Do you still get mother emails from your daughter?
No, not anymore, because I stopped asking. I stopped asking the same question 4 times.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Listen, for being a guest of Entrepreneurs in Fuego,
Okay.
I'm going to give you this beautiful T-shirt. Actually,
Okay.
this might fit your daughter. I don't know your daughter, but we have your size. In
Okay,
there
good. Yeah, it's a little small.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. This is for kids, I think. I don't know what happened. I must have opened the wrong package.
Okay.
But we
certainly.
found, definitely. We have put together the virtues that some entrepreneurs that come through our interviews have. Simplicity, discipline, humility, kindness, and honesty.
Yes.
And you are that and then some.
Thank you very much.
And it's I love what you do. And
I love what I do also. Every day I get up and I go out when I come back from my power walk at a little after 6 in the morning.
How long of a power walk? How long do you go?
I go for 4.5 miles. And then I sit at my desk and I look through my emails and I answer them, or I think about things, or I get on a project, or work with the client. And I have an office I have a virtual office. I have an office at my house because it makes sense for what I do.
Sure.
The downside is that I work all the time, and the upside is I get to work all the time. So it's great, and I get to be thinking about how I can, an email will come through and I go, oh, I have a client who could use this.
What time of the day is your best time for creativity? Or is there a best time for creativity?
My best time for creativity is probably early in the morning when it's real quiet.
Right after the power walk?
Yeah.
Or during the power walk?
Yeah, well, yeah. After the power walk.
After the power walk.
Yeah, it's best. Grab my cup of coffee and then I can think about things, or when I'm driving to see a client, So the wheels are going all the time.
You're going to come back to us and let us know what the new technologies are and how we can improve our business and all that stuff.
I would love that. I think that'd be really great.
I love this interview because
you're
just fascinating. It just fascinates me how you are able to bridge that gap. The millennials are here,
right,
and then the rest of us are over here, and how you navigate the technological world with some mature or established business people who, like me, do not understand everything that is going on, but you do.
I know a lot that's going on, and stuff that I don't know, I find out.
You ask your daughter.
Some things, as long as it's the first question. As long as it's the first time asking that question.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate having you on the show.
And
with that, we are out.